welcome to another RSR. Tonight we are reviewing Manchester City 2, Club América 1, 2-1 in an international friendly, amistoso internacional. Man City are the better team on the scoreline or the history books, but América had good fight. Well, we'll get into that. Goals were scored as follows. In the 30th minute, Kevin De Bruyne runs with the ball to the top of the box, holds it, takes a banger of a shot to the near post, curls it in past Memo Ochoa to make it 1-0, 1-0 Man City. In the 30th minute, golazo Kevin De Bruyne. Easy as you like. Great goal. 43rd minute, Henry Martin has the ball and just taps it in, rolls it into the net. Easy as you like for him. Good goal for Henry Martin. Who cares? It counts. 43rd minute, 1-1, 1-1. Then in the 45th plus 1 minute, Kevin De Bruyne gets the goal. Nutmegs. Gets a run into the box. Nutmegs Jimenez, who had just replaced Ochoa after the goal. Nutmegs him, rolls the ball into the net, as classy as Kevin De Bruyne is. 2-1, 2-1, Man City. That's the way it would go into halftime. 2-1, 2-1. And that's the way it would end. 2-1, 2-1, Man City, Manchester City. On top again against Club América for the third time in history. Their third friendly together. They win again, Man City. Stats are as follows. We only have 4 stats because FOTMob didn't do the job they normally do on stats. So we only have 4 stats to talk about. 64% possession, 36% possession to 36% possession, 11 fouls to 14, 1 offside to 2, and 6 corners to 4. For me, América fought hard. They fought hard in this match. They fought very, very hard. They wanted this match. And they honestly played better than they did against Chelsea. And Man City were a better team than Chelsea were in that match on the weekend. But América fought hard. They were tough in this match. They defended well. Man City didn't really have the final ball on the passing in the match. I don't think they had the final ball, but I think they played very well. And América defended well, and they had great breaks. They should have scored maybe another goal. It should have been maybe 2-2, and this could have went to penalties. América were up for it the whole 90 minutes. I think City, after the first half, they sort of stepped back and said, hey, certain players, Wilson, Keiki, you can show something, but really, we're not completely worried about making this worse or making a longer scoreline or more goals. So you could show something, but if you score, you score. If you don't, you don't. They kind of said, hey, it's okay. Let's take back, step back. América, try our defense, see what happens there. And I think that's what it was. But I will say, again, Wilson and Keiki were 2 very good players for Man City in the second half and always this whole game. I was very impressed by them. I was very impressed. Calvin Phillips was a little bit not there for me. I think Julian Alvarez, he's not what I expected him to be. He did not look good tonight. I think Haaland is the locked-on starter as the striker. I think that's obvious. Erling Haaland is the locked-on starter, but I think tonight just proves that Haaland is the locked-on starter, and honestly, Delap could easily become the backup. Alvarez, he needs some seasoning. He really does. He wasn't great tonight. You would think if he was as talented as they say he is. He's played at River Plate. He's been over the level of Club América. He should easily deal with Club América and score at least a goal or have some good runs. He did not. Phillips kind of shocked me. I think he's another sort of Grealish transfer where you would wish he's better. He was great at Leeds. He was hot. Now, I don't know if City's going to work for him. I don't think it was a good move. But Wilson and Keiki were 2 very good players as subs. I was very intrigued by them, and maybe I'll watch City's Carabao Cup games because they're very good footballers. They're very talented footballers. Kevin De Bruyne is man of the match. Simple as. Kevin De Bruyne is Kevin De Bruyne is Kevin De Bruyne. Of course he'd be man of the match. He scored 2 goals. There were 2 classy goals. What you expect out of Kevin De Bruyne. No problem whatsoever. Now, hopefully he doesn't do that against Canada, but, we'll find out. But in the World Cup, but we'll find out. But De Bruyne still classy, still as good as ever, and man of the match in this match. He got Man City to win this football match without really any worry. So, man of the match, De Bruyne. When it comes to América, they were tough. They were a very tough opponent for Man City, and it was a very enjoyable match. This was better than Barcelona-Miami. This was honestly better than Chelsea-América. América are a very good football team under Tano Ortiz. They're a very good team, and they are something to be feared. And if they come back to the CONCACAF Champions League in 2024, they may just win the damn thing. They're not in next year's, of course, thankfully. But if they get into 2024, they'll probably win because they're tough. And Tano Ortiz, as long as he doesn't get fired, which in Mexico, things could go off the rails pretty quickly, but Tano Ortiz is a very good coach. And he matched Pep step for step, honestly, when it comes to coaching this game, managing this game. Tano Ortiz matched him step by step. And I enjoyed what I was watching. I think América played very, very well. And I'm not an América fan. I'm not a fan of Club América. By all rights, I am not. But they are CONCACAF. I was semi-pulling for them in this match. I mean, why wouldn't you? And that's football. That's football. And what happens, happens. And you look at the situation, and América played very well. They played better than they did against Chelsea, another 2-1 scoreline against them, but I wouldn't complain about it if I was an América fan. That just shows they're a very tough football team. They're a very tough team to beat. They're a very tough team to play against, and they could easily beat anybody. They're very talented. And City, I think they made it a bit, they weren't completely playing a game like they would Premier League level, but it makes you wonder, is City falling off, or is this just preseason jitters? And it probably is, but I would like to see Chelsea and Liverpool have a better chance against City this season, or a better run against them, or a better, placing, or a closer deficit. So would it be nice to see City fall back a bit? Yeah. Will they? No. This is probably preseason jitters. And besides, Chelsea lost on penalties to Charlotte. So Charlotte's either real or Chelsea sucks at penalties, which they don't. Well, no. Liverpool beat them on penalties twice, but that's Liverpool. But with that being said, really, City will probably be City. I probably wouldn't question that. With that being said, good football match by City. They didn't mail it in. They played well. They played to what you would expect City to do in their best of times, at least for the first half. And even in the second half, there was some very good runs. Defensively, they also played pretty well. But Man City played like you would expect them to. América really wowed me tonight, and that's some I would say. I think they wowed me very heavily. With that being said, man of the match, Kevin De Bruyne. Wilson and Keke really impressed me for Man City. Alvarez and Phillips. And I like Calvin Phillips. I think he's a good footballer, but this just wasn't his night. Same with Alvarez. They weren't that great. Nathan Ake was pretty great, though. But with that being said, if you like this video, let's go on with this. If you like this video, like it, share, subscribe, you know what it is. Tell your friends, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Once you subscribe, send super chats on the live streams, comment on this video, put this in playlist, share some friends and family, all that great stuff. Saturday, I will see you again for Toronto FC versus Charlotte live in RSR. I will see you then. A couple of days off, and then we'll see each other again. See you then. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. What a match.